concept of the masters, but what you as a group are devoting yourself is to the concept of service work, the service work that interrelates all of you as a group, that helps each of you awaken higher perceptions, that makes all of you more loving. It's this group sharing that is your devotion. But don't ask anyone to devote themselves to me. I'm one of the worst individuals to think of in terms of that. But to the service work, that is the right thing. To each other, so that each other as a group aspire towards enlightenment, that is the right thing. This is the Bodhisattva way, the Bodhisattva path. And the Bodhisattva path is not focused at all upon the self, the I, the me, the mine, or the emotions. The emotions must be controlled. And what must control them is the mind. The mind must control the emotions through understanding, through complete understanding what they are and what they produce. And what they produce is pain, suffering, sickness, death. And stupid actions, all forms of stupid actions, stupid interrelationships with other people, and so forth. Most of you have gone through, emotional heaven and hells when you're younger. All of us can remember our childhood days and teenage days when we were battered this way and that by emotions, and you can easily understand where they're at, and they're not in any way relating to gaining wisdom. The wisdom is how to control the emotions, how to master them, how to transform them. Transform emotions are bliss. Of course, a lot of people think that the emotions gives them bliss because they go into ecstatic highs with them, revelatory joys, sexual union with somebody else, and they're in a blissful state. And that's not the bliss of the enlightened one. The bliss of the enlightened one it relates to ecstatic revelation of high states of awareness with energies that come through from what the Christians would call the kingdom of God, that liberates you from any concept of form, of self, of I, me, or mine. So the emotions are always related to the I, always self-focused. It's the dramatic central I, and out of that I, as projected outwards, a concept of give me this, give me that, I want. Even sexual union, it's I want pleasure and I will give you this in exchange. It's that sort of thing. So, but with on the spiritual path, there's none of this I want. You aspire for others, your desire as a bodhisattva is to serve the others, to see them evolve. Your joy is to see, those that you are giving teachings to respond to the teachings. My joy is you as a group. My joy is your evolution. That's what I work for. I don't work for myself. I mean, that's a meaningless concept. But as the group and how you grow and how you attain awakening and to see the masters eventually awaken inside your consciousness, that gives me joy, right? And that is for all of you also that are serving as bodhisattvas, as you also reach out to those around you and you assist them, you see the light that's forming in them as they overcome emotional reactions to this or that or emotional thinking. That gives you joy as well. And that's what grows us as a group. And that energy of joy is the energy of the soul, of hierarchy. The energy of bliss is from a higher plane, from what we call the monad or from dharmakaya. But And so it's a much higher, but the energy of joy is of the soul of hierarchy, and the energy of happiness is from the personality. You know, you can be quite happy most of the time, and that is good. And sometimes your happiness can reach into its forms of joy.